Houston, we have a problem.
Give me all you got!
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Give me back my son! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to because we killed all the other ones.
Their sun was going out, their life sun was going out, and we had the option to light it back up, and we didn't light it back up. We snuffed it out. They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone, so you're stuck with us. Not that you're stuck with us, because you choose to be here. It's your own free will. We didn't make you click that play button, but we appreciate you anyway, all you wonderful standees, and of course, Steve Buscemi, #1 listener.
Hi,
How you doing,
Steve.
Steve? Hello, Steve. As always, I'm your host, Matt,
I'm the other guy, Nick.
and we are joined by, I believe, our very first returning guest. Am I correct? I feel like I'm correct.
Yeah, this is... Kate's the first one that said, yeah, I'll come back.
Kate's the first one we asked to come back.
Everyone else is like, no, not in a million years. And then Kate was like, yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah. Just bored enough. Just bored enough.
We should admit, we spun the wheel 3 times last week. And so the first time first wheel spin, we got a double feature, which we are going to include one of my friends who used to work on NCIS. And we were like, we don't want to give a guest a double feature. It's not going to happen. And so we spun it again and we got Sunshine, and we were like, yeah, let's go with Sunshine. But Kate didn't confirm at that point. So we're like, let's spin one more time just in case Kate says no. And Kate didn't say no, so it doesn't matter. We're doing Sunshine today.
We're doing Sunshine. We're not doing Kingsman, and we're not doing the double feature. And we are once again joined by Kate Sánchez. Say hello, Kate.
Hi. I'm excited because Sunshine is one of my favorite movies ever. So here we go. I'm ready to be judged because apparently everybody hates it.
Do they? Does everybody hate it?
I don't get the hate for this movie or 28 Weeks Later. I don't know. There was a weird phase where people hated on Garland and Boyle for a little bit there.
Did Boyle do
And
28?
They're still doing it.
Did Boyle do 28 Weeks Later?
Did he? I'm pretty sure he did.
I didn't realize people hated this movie. I've never heard anyone talk about it. I only know about it because I watch a YouTube channel called Mr. Sunday Movies, and he always says this is his favorite movie. And I was like, I'm going to watch that. It seems interesting. And I put it on the wheel.
He did not do Weeks. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
It better not. I got a lineup of replacements.
No, people had issues with it.
Let me just read Sunshine. You're not replacing me. I've got the wiki here. I'm going to read these paragraphs. Sunshine is a 2007 science fiction psychological thriller. Man, that's a lot of genre stuffed in there. Directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland, starring an ensemble cast featuring Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, Rose Byrne, Michelle Yeoh, Cliff Curtis, Troy Garrity, Hiroyuki Sanada, Benedict Wong, Chippo Chung, and Mark Strong. The film takes place in the year 2057, where a group of astronauts aboard the Icarus II are sent on a dangerous mission to reignite the dying sun. British-American co-production between DNA Films, UK Film Council, and Genius Film Partners. Sunshine was released in the UK in 2007, April 6th, and in the US on the 20th of July 2007 through Fox Searchlight Pictures, with a budget of $40 million. It grossed $34.8 million worldwide, making it a box office bomb. Despite this, the film received generally positive reviews from critics, highlighting its visual style, direction, and performances, but criticizing the third act and scientific inaccuracies. To which I say, is that just Neil deGrasse Tyson telling everybody?
It's just him, and he's making all these burner accounts. It's always him.
Well, you know,
It's always him.
An atomic bomb wouldn't reignite the sun.
Every IMDb goof for this movie is just Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, God.
You can tell there's like little math functions in there from him.
You know, I'm starting to believe that, we make the joke that every IMDb goof for every movie is the same guy. I think it's him. I think he's doing it for all of them.
For all of them.
He's watching every movie and he's just doing all of these goofs. He's the one that wrote that in Con Air, you can tell that it's not Dave Chappelle falling to his death.
Oh my
That was
god.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Like, this is actually a crash test dummy.
Yeah,
If
that was
it were
Mr.
a man, it
Tyson.
would be much more bloodier. I know. I've seen it.
Oh my god.
If Steve Buscemi is our number one friend, Neil deGrasse Tyson is our number one enemy. He's enemy of the podcast.
You just can't have fun.
We're we're declaring it now. Neil deGrasse Tyson, number one enemy of the podcast. You're not welcome here,
We have-
Neil.
We have to add it to the sign next to the fact that this is Steve's
Oh my
favorite
gosh.
podcast. Got to keep that going. Let's hop right into our dad approved letterbox
We've
reviews.
got our dad-approved
I've-
letterbox reviews for this movie, of course.
Yes. Wait, was it Kate last time that picked one for a different movie?
Yes,
What was the movie again?
Movie? Was it for a different movie?
it
was
was.
for a different
We were
movie.
doing Hitman, and I think
I
he
don't
did.
even remember.
I don't remember. It was
I
not
think I just
Hitman
looked
though.
up a random dad joke review is what I did.
I
And
think
it was not Hitman.
yeah, it was not Hitman. If I remember correctly, it had something to do with Kermit, maybe.
Very
think so.
timely of you. Now it is. All right, I've got
I've learned.
I've got
I've learned.
my
You live, you learn.
now we know. Now we're in the full swing of things. We're season 3. We're going all out here. I've got mine from Alex Coleman. Gave the movie 4.5 stars, and this is a little more sentimental, but his review is: we may be insignificant specks in the grand scheme of the universe, but our appreciation for life through sacrifice is honestly more beautiful than the cosmos.
I can imagine
What
a
a dad cheer.
I can imagine a dad who's never said anything emotional just saying that after this movie,
I believe it.
and then never saying anything like it again.
Yeah, just going back to being the regular, just like non-emotional dad, just grunts when he answers every other question. Yeah.
None of the rest of the family believes. All right, I got mine here. This review comes to us from Nick Reinott, who is a patron. Gave this movie 4 stars and a heart and wrote, "Catch me in the O2 garden hitting that space weed with Michelle Yeoh." Yeah.
He loved her garden.
So one of the ones that I was gonna pick was actually Nick.
You can read it. You can
That
still
says
read it.
this
There's
little-
nothing that says you can't.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. But the one that I'm gonna go with is watched by Olek, and it has 4 stars and a heart, and says probably the same universe as Little Miss Sunshine.
Stupid. I love it.
That's better than all the reviews I saw. They're like, "Oh, Cillian Murphy, he's got a bomb."
Yeah, there were a lot of those. Like, I was gonna make one of
There
those jokes, but I was like, you know what? It's probably the hack thing to do now.
It's the most hack
I-
thing. There's so many of them. I was seething with rage.
Although there was one that was like, you think that sunshine like come to Australia or something like that.
Oh, Letterboxd.
I
Which I still
surprisingly
don't
like
do.
this a lot more now than I did when I was younger.
What, Letterbox or
No,
Sunshine?
I still despise everything about Letterbox. Terrible, terrible people over there on that website. No, Sunshine, 100%, way better now than when I watched it back in 2007.
I have always vibed with this movie. I think what is better, what has happened as I've watched it since the first time that I watched it is I understand each of the cast now. Because before there were like a couple of people that I knew, and then like now that I am a learned critic who's watched many movies, I'm like, oh, this is an absolutely stacked cast. Like I don't think I could like point to something that wasn't obviously stunt casted and be like, give me a better cast.
2007 was certainly a big year for Chris Evans and Fire.
Yes it was.
Wait, was he in the the Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah.
The same year?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. I just, those two movies are just kind of like a in one ear, out the other. Like, I don't know.
I think they had better casting than whatever Fred Rogers is happening in the new one.
Listen, say what you will of those movies, but Michael Chiklis did nothing wrong.
He did not.
He just put on the styrofoam thing costume and acted his ass off. Okay.
You know what? That costume still looks pretty good. But
He
maybe
didn't
I'm
have eyebrows.
maybe I'm a
Beards.
deranged man.
You really limited his abilities by not giving him eyebrows. They fucked up. They fucked up back in the day.
Does the new one have eyebrows?
Yeah, he has the lip. That's why
Okay.
people were making like dick jokes.
Oh, I do like
People were making.
Well,
I
they
like the
did.
thing with eyebrows, but
They did
I like-
actually cast a white lady this time for Sue, though, so that they didn't have to do the artificial bleach blonde.
Who played Sue last time? Was that Alba?
Alba.
Alba.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I became aware of Alba back in the day.
I think to this day that's the only thing I've seen her in.
What
I
else is
was a
she
Dark
in?
Angel stan. Dark Angel. That is where
Dark
she came
Angel.
up. That the 2000s like spy thing. It's very good.
I think I have that
well,
video
I don't know
game.
if it's good. I haven't watched it in years, so yeah, Dark Angel.
I think
There's
I
a
have
better
that
Dark
video
Angel
game.
video. There's a better Dark Angel video game than the Dark Angel video game.
What is it?
Rogue Ops.
Rogue Ops?
It was a Splinter Cell knockoff that was really good.
Really?
I liked it. I played the hell out of it compared to Splinter Cell, but that's not what we're here for.
No.
That's not what we're here for. Let's get to our positivity sandwich for Sunshine. This is the positivity bread with the negativity meat in the middle, and then the other piece of positivity bread is my cat moves my camera.
Better than unplugging your mic, which he
Yeah.
is known to do.
So I remember watching this as a young lad and not liking the third act and knowing that like not a lot of people liked that third act. I like it a lot better now. I still have some issues with it, but I think it fits into the movie pretty well. Like I like the twist that like there's a secret there's a stowaway on the ship who is now going to start to eliminate them one by one.
Yeah, I think the strongest thing for me that I've always felt. I like the stowaway part. I think like that I appreciate now. Like just rewatched it before I sat down to record this. Is I actually think Chris Evans's performance in this is like underrated compared to everybody else. Because I actually think his character is both very aware, I wouldn't even call him stupid, but just like so aware that it's like almost painful. Because like if they had just like listened and like watched when he was like, I don't know. But I appreciate him. But I also think like this was the first time that I think fell in love with Cillian Murphy or Cillian Murphy. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. And I know he gets mad when people don't say it right.
I was corrected during a general meeting one time by an exec and they said it's Cillian actually.
Okay.
like very, very much, well, you know.
Just so you know.
So Cillian. I think he does a fantastic job. And I think the overall approach to the crew dynamic is what makes it really good.
I love
I think it really just thrives on that.
There's a little touch at the beginning when they're all eating and everybody's using chopsticks except Chris Evans, who's using a fork.
Yeah.
And I noticed that immediately. I'm like, that's such a good touch.
Yes.
I'm sitting there thinking like maybe it's the film school in me. I'm like, that's a great subtle touch of just like, okay, he's using a fork. No one else is using a fork. That's the kind of guy he is.
He's just give him his fork. He knows
he's gonna
got a
cause some
mission. He's got to
problems.
eat this food.
Yeah, it's just a blunt
He's gonna
instrument.
get the food in his mouth as efficiently as possible. No, I really did like him in this rewatch. He's always the guy that's like, we got a mission. Like we gotta we gotta get Cillian back on that ship. We're putting the suit on him. Like tough tacos. Like go on. Like the rest of us are gonna wrap ourselves in the equivalent of space blankets.
Not
and maybe
even,
we'll make it. Maybe
not
we
even
won't.
space blanket, space wallpaper.
I likened it to like wrapping yourself in that like silver temperature proof foil that you put on air ducts.
It's
like the
like,
tape, the weird crinkly tape.
I mean, they're cozy. They do keep you warm. So I'm willing to believe anyone that jumped out into space in those
would
be
survive.
fine. They'd be fine as long as they don't drift out into space and
as long as they don't get knocked out of their path.
That's you know what, he had an ego about him. That man got that captain role that he wanted his whole life.
I love the irony that he's the wasn't he like the direction?
He was the comms guy.
He was the comms guy.
He was the comms guy.
He was the I love the notion that he's the comms guy and he gets upgraded to captain and he's bad at communicating.
Yes.
And they immediately break his antenna. They break his antenna too right before that. Because they're doing that maneuver. He's like, that's gonna break the antennas. And they're like, shut up, nerd.
He gets such a gnarly. He doesn't just because they show his body floating and freezing and his fucking like it gets shattered in the darkness of space, and then he floats away.
And yeah, he's
One,
just go.
so
Sorry.
good. Oh, I was gonna say, like, it's so good. And two, I feel like nowadays, like, people just want to make a memorable death, but I don't think they tie it to annoying characters in the way they used to in the 2000s and the 90s, where it was like an annoying character got the worst death
Yeah,
or the most death. And now it's like, no, everybody gets a memorable death. It's like, no, that is reserved for annoying people
I feel
or
like
bad.
I feel like we've brought this up on the show multiple times, but the lady in Jurassic World who did not deserve that.
Oh my god, she wasn't
So,
annoying or
okay.
anything.
No, she's
Okay,
just
fun
the
fact.
assistant.
I used to get angry at that, and then I found out that apparently they had like another death plan for her, and she got mad that the men in the movie got bigger deaths than she did, and so she actually came up with dying that way.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
like, "Oh,
Okay.
we'll do it."
He's like, guys, fuck my shit up. Come on.
Yes.
Okay, well, if she requested
It was
it,
very funny.
if she requested
Yeah,
it, then
it was
it makes it okay. They could have at least rewritten her character to be a little more annoying.
exactly. Yeah, like make her an asshole.
Yeah,
Like don't
make
just
her-
make her like this assistant who got saddled with children for
Yeah.
a random reason.
Though to be fair, it rings true to the assistant role, like or being a real life assistant. That's how it feels to be a real life assistant.
Getting eaten by a mosasaurus.
Yeah, exactly. Every day of my life when I was an assistant. I do love that. And I'm blanking on the actor's name. We just discovered that he was in Barbershop. Troy Garrity as
Yeah,
Harvey.
he was Isaac in Barbershop. He was the white guy in Barbershop.
And he
was
gives a
the-
good fade
he was
according to the movies.
He was the token white guy.
But no, I love that like he gets this unceremonious death, which is the worst death. And then as Cyril dies, played by Cliff Curtis, like I think he gets just as bad a death. But like,
Yeah, but he
I think it's
wanted
Rose.
it.
Yeah, he wanted it, and then Rose Byrne comes out like, "Hey, we love you. Like, thank you for your sacrifice." Burns to a crisp.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? Like he sacrifices himself for the mission. So he gets a dignified incinerated by the sun, and Harvey's like, why does Cillian Murphy get to take the only spacesuit? Just because he's the only one that can explode this bomb and save the sun? That's not fair.
Well, and then he also when he
Comms are important, guys.
Yeah.
comms are important. You have to communicate, even when there's no way to communicate. 'cause
Comms
you're
are important on a ship
100
with
million miles away.
comms are important on a ship with broken comms. What do we need the physicist for?
Because Cyril like looks at him, he's like, guys, someone's gonna have to stay behind. And then I forget who looks at him, but Harvey's like, and you want it to be me, huh?
Yeah,
You want it to be me. And Cyril's like, no, it's gonna be me. Just the fact that he wants all the power that comes with Captain, but he wants none of like the sacrifice or none of the hard decisions that come with it, which
Yeah.
is like, yeah, that's about every leader I've ever met.
I will say the other thing that stands out really well are the ways that it just disintegrates people, like once they hit the sun. Because even like his death, as you see it floating and then it's just gone. Like it's a nice little poof. Same thing with Hiroyuki. And I think that it's just a nice touch that I don't think I like appreciated until I saw this again. Because it just like it highlights the power of the sun that they're in front of in like a very crisp way. Like they didn't just die. Like they have literally ceased to exist. There is nothing there. It is all gone.
I do really
completely erased.
I do really love how this movie essentially positions the sun as a cosmic horror entity.
Yeah.
They give it an eyeball at one point. It looks like
Yeah.
a giant eyeball at one
Just-
point.
and,
And
like-
I was like, oh my god.
Just from minute 1 too, when Cyril's like just in the observation room staring at it like in awe, you're like, okay, it's gonna be that kind of movie.
There was part
Yeah,
of me
like-
that sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There was part of me that like watching Cyril in that first scene was like, wait a minute, is he the one that starts stabbing everybody? Because he's being very weird, like outright, like, guy, it's amazing in there. And he even tries to like get the shader limit down to like the closest he can. And the ship's like, whoa. Hey man, come on. It's just the sun. Chill. He's just very weird about the sun.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's
Well,
like he's worshiping the sun essentially. And I just
and then I think that was like, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, it was that worship aspect and like the treatment of the sun throughout the film, I think is one of those strong moments where like it's initially geared toward setting something like maybe like, oh, this dude's a little cuckoo, he's been here for a while, to like showing like the real unsettling nature of it. And like the progression of the film, which I know people have a problem with how slow it is, but I think it lets things build up like just layer by layer from like this like he's kind of worshiping the sun to oh crap, that guy's worshiping the sun, and then it all comes together, and I don't think you get that with a faster paced movie.
It is a nice simmer, but
You should have saved that for your dad joke. You've wasted it now.
I can just say that that's my dad joke.
No, you've already no. You have to save it.
I can just say
Yeah.
refer to earlier in the show.
By the way, speaking of letterbox jokes, I did like you questioning NASA for naming 2 ships the Icarus as they fly into the sun.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
You're dooming them.
Yeah, hey guys, we're sending a ship to the sun. What should we name it? Icarus. You know that was a nepo baby who said it, and they couldn't say no.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
And then
the producer's kid.
Yeah, and then when they were like, okay, well, we need to send a second ship. What do we name it? Icarus 2. Fuck. It's him again.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it came up in the movie at all, but do they mention if the first Icarus sent like a doctor or a psychological officer with them?
I don't think it
I
says.
don't think so.
Like, I would assume it was like the same type of people on board.
Okay.
that he-
'Cause, I mean, just watching it, part of me was like, man, wouldn't that be something if like NASA like completely realized their fuck up and knew everything that happened on that first ship, and they're like, all right, this time send a doctor. We don't want anyone losing their mind.
Yeah, this time we'll send a psychiatrist who will also kind of want to worship the sun.
Makes me think there's a weird cult back on Earth that's like wearing like yellow jumpsuits.
Sure. There have been a lot of sun cults.
Praise the sun.
They're
Like
really?
throughout history. Yeah, like throughout history. Like the sun has been worshipped a
Pra-
lot.
Praise the sun.
Do you think they still meet?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Do you think they enjoy
there's
this?
a cult for
do-
everything.
Do you think they enjoy this movie?
No. I think they're like, this makes us look like animals.
But wouldn't they enjoy the movie because they revive the sun?
People are going to think we're all out of focus anytime they try to take a picture of us.
I love that he's always out of focus.
Oh my gosh.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Anything else on the positive before we get to some negatives?
I mean, I feel like you want to go to the negatives because we started talking about the guy who's always out of focus.
I mean, we can get to that. I want to say I do like the soundtrack in this. It was
Oh, the soundtrack is very good.
just fucking amazing. There's that scene where Killian is, I think he's jumping to the payload
Yeah.
as it's before it's about to take off, and it feels like Hans Zimmer's on the keys, but I know it's not Hans Zimmer.
I had never seen this movie before, and that scene, and a lot of the soundtrack, I'm saying, where have I heard this music before? And then that scene started, I was like, oh, that's the music they put in the background of every one of those AI generated motivational bullshit videos.
What?
If you're ever scrolling like, I don't know, like TikTok or your YouTube shorts or whatever, and like you just see one of those like bullshit like fake motivational posts, like it'll be like this music in the background.
That
I'm
makes
all
me
of a
sad.
sudden even more happy that I don't rot my brain with TikTok.
Same.
I've never seen that. Sorry. I have like regular online brain rot. I didn't need to add in TikTok brain rot. That was a step too far for me.
Look, I get my brain rot from the source, okay? I don't get it from someone recycling it from somewhere else. No, thank you.
We know you're eating kitty litter, Nick. We know where that's where you get it from.
No, that's my kid. That's not
He
me.
gets it from somewhere.
I had to have a talk with him again. Yeah, let's get to since we're talking about eating cat litter, let's just eat the cat litter and get the negatives out of the way. Yeah, I do not like the way that they shoot Mark Strong in this, where like he's faded on the camera, but then they also do like these effects that like these weird lighting effects on him.
Oh.
I feel like he could have just been like a normal burnt out guy without all those effects on him, and it still would have been scary.
I like it not because it's scary. I don't even know if it's supposed to be scary that he's all out of focus and
Yeah.
and whatever. I just like it thematically, like because a lot of this movie is humanity versus the void, and he's been consumed by the void almost. So you never get a good look at him because
Mhm.
it ties back into like the sun as a cosmic entity. It's the unknown, right? It's like, what is he? You'll never know.
Yeah, no, it turns into the whole when you stare into the abyss is looking back type thing. I didn't mind the way that he was styled or shot. I think that there was supposed to be it's weird because I think every all of the characters, especially when they like reference the sun, there's a little twinge of like, what do they mean by this, or are they like, how far is that obsession that they have? Is it like fear out of reverence for it? Like, what is happening? And I think what happens is that kind of haze of trying to figure everything out, it translates when you even see him. Because, like, the fact that we have somebody who is like doing everything, he's like the culmination of the sun cult, essentially. Um, and he's still out of focus. I think it leaves it as this almost intangible quality that I think works. I don't think it was supposed to be scary, and I think that that's probably like the biggest issue with the movie. Not that I have, but I think that people would come into it with is there are parts of this film that are heavily inspired by horror, and I think the one that it's probably the most inspired by is like crap, what is it? Event Horizon. There's so many elements of Event Horizon in here, and I think because of that, people expect a different type of horror from it. When I think what it's just trying to do is almost subvert those expectations, and I think that that's where it gets lost. I'm not saying Danny Boyle did it 100% like perfect, but I can see what it's trying to do. Like it very clearly knows what that specific type of sci-fi containment horror is and is playing in the sandbox without going too far and keeping like the humans are the worst as, you know.
I'm just gonna piggyback off of Nick because I like that he's out of focus. I don't like that he's just a slasher villain.
I think it's
Hey.
terrifying. I think it's because I mean the slasher in space we all think of course, is Jason X. Amazing piece of cinema from the early 2000s. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like this non-Jason person slashing people in space.
I
Like you
don't
have the smartest people in the world, and there's a guy running around with a space knife.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm watching this movie, and the whole movie, I feel like it's building up this whole this thematic cosmic thing of what is like we are without this, we are stardust, right? Like we are specks in the
Mhm.
wind. It's building up this thematic thing, and throughout the movie, you can like feel like it's a. I said the pun earlier. It's simmering, but like they're in a literal pressure cooker. The sun is there. It's huge. It's beating down on them. They're in the vastness of space. They're beginning to distrust each other. Things are going wrong. What's happening? The mission versus our own survival. Blah 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 blah. And then so it's building up these thematic questions, and then it just becomes a slasher movie. And I like
Yeah.
him as the villain. I like him being an out of focus. I like him as a physical representation of the void. But I'm just like, like you've built up this movie to be about humanity versus the void, and then you just make it a slasher movie in the last 15 minutes. And I'm like, couldn't you have done something a little more creative? Something a little more in keeping
Yeah.
with with the cosmic horror thing that you were building up just to turn into Jason X for 10
But
minutes?
see, like that's what I feel like that's like what you're putting on to it, and that's what it was going against. Because like I don't think about Jason X. It is just the fact that like it is just a dude. It is just a dude who is crazy, and that's what's gonna get them in the end. Like I think that there's almost and I can understand why people don't like that third act, and I can understand the point that it kind of like deflates things, but I appreciate that it deflates things because throughout the entire film, it wants us to build the sun up to be something more than it really is at the end of the day. And I think that that is probably the piece that I really gravitate towards because sometimes things are just banal. They're just boring. It is just a dude with a knife. And pulling that grand cosmic scale down into it just being a dude with a knife, I think is what makes Sunshine land more for me than if it was some big payoff reveal. Oh, the sun is actually a giant eyeball, or it's like a force that is all powerful and not just a dude with a knife.
Right. And that's why I like the dude with the knife elements of it, because it's all these characters worried about the sun going out being the end of humanity. And it's like, no, 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 like you have humanity to worry about being the end of humanity. And I think that's why my biggest thing is just like, yeah, I wish you were more man, like
Focus.
the way they should, more in focus, just because like I get the idea that he's a representation of the void, but he's just a man.
Yeah. I mean,
He's just a man.
I guess my problem with it isn't because like I wasn't
guy.
I wasn't expecting like the sun to become Cthulhu or anything. I'm just like if this is what you're building up, and then it's because his part is like I think the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I guess my biggest thing is, well, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that, and if you're gonna do well, it is humanity versus themselves. Maybe have them. I don't know. Like it's so quick. I'm just like
Mm.
like you've turned the last 15 minutes into this slasher movie where he's invaded the ship, and I feel like maybe I don't know, like maybe it should be them destroying themselves or build him up for a longer period of time. Something other than and now the last 10 minutes is he's gonna kill everybody.
Well, and I think
Because
the movie.
I'm just gonna I like most of the third act. I like the tension in it. Like I like the way it ramps up, and I'm just like, but I've known this guy for 5 minutes. And the movie's ending in 7.
That's
You
fair.
wanted him to take everybody in the sunroom and do what he did to the first crew. You wanted him to, hey, I'm going to show you the sun. And I think the movie curtails like getting to know that character because we have Cyril, and we've gotten to know Cyril for the first like hour
Yeah.
and some change, and the movie's kind of hinting at like, hey, this is where this guy started, and this is what happens if you go
Yeah.
too far. And then it gives us Killian at the end seeing the sun, and I mean he's about to die, but Killian has a more serene feeling because I want to say in that moment he's thinking about his sister at home, his niece and nephew at home, and he's being beamed with the sun compared to the other guys who it was more, more their ego, more the wow, look at this amazing thing that I am saying, as opposed to Killian's there like, wow, look what I just fucking did, and then he's Stardust.
Yeah. Well, Killian, and I guess Killian and Evans, which I guess it's funny that they were at odds, are the only two that are really like the mission is the most important thing here.
Yeah, I hated that Rose like kind of disappears towards the end. She's just there, and then she's not, and then she's there again. Like, Rose is amazing. Like, give her more to do.
Yeah, I think that's yeah, that's fair. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that.
There's a couple people
It
in this
definitely
where I
used-
was like, give them more to do.
Because she has that
I
amazing.
feel
I'm gonna be honest.
Sorry.
I know we always champion like sub 2-hour movies. I would have liked this to be longer.
What was this? 100? Yeah, this is 107.
yeah.
Maybe another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because she has this amazing scene where they're voting on if they should kill. I'm forgetting.
Trey.
Is it Troy?
Trey.
They're voting on if they should kill Trey, played by Benedict Wong, and Rose is like, "You need my vote. I'm not going to give it to you." And it's just this amazing scene because then Evans is like, "Well, I don't need your vote. I'm going to go kill this guy." And it's just
Yeah.
this amazing quiet moment between these two actors that are acting their asses off.
Yeah. I honestly, I would have liked 15 more minutes of this movie just to give some, like even Trey, we kind of don't meet him until he's fucked up and getting blamed for everything and becomes suicidal. I'm like, give me 5 more minutes with that guy before that happens, you know?
I think it's a really strong it's a strong cast, but outside of it being a strong cast is I could see that each character definitely had more in there, and I don't know if it's just because they're actors, but I could take 15 more.
Yeah. And the movie sets up the crew dynamic really well. I'm just like, give me more of Michelle. Like, what do I really know about Michelle Yeoh other than she really loves that greenhouse?
He loves that fucking
Yeah.
greenhouse.
Right,
He's
like-
gonna die in that greenhouse. And
Right.
I was like, oh shit, she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. And this is the rare move where I'm like, give me an extra 15, 20 minutes. Make this longer. I would have loved for this to be longer.
And I know they were pushing for room just because there's so many characters and there's so little time. But they kind of just set Trey aside and like, oh, he's suicidal now. Let's nobody mess with Trey. And I'm sitting there like, Cyril, this is your fucking job. What are you doing?
I remember
Go talk to that man.
I remember when they first like said like he was suicidal and whatever. I was like, I had to rewind it because like, what, did I miss something? But it just happened so fast.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
does. And it
I wonder if
I
there's a
feel
deleted scene. There's got to
Yeah, I feel like there are times I love this movie as it is, but if I'm being critical of it, it feels like there is another, like Danny Boyle has has a director's cut of this somewhere where they've built up all the in between elements that we hear talked about, or we kind of see, we get a glimpse at. I could believe that because there's definitely a lot more that each of the characters had to give, and there's a lot more understanding of each other that we never really have a view into.
I think what we need to do is we need to start a social media campaign, hashtag release the Boyle cut, and we're going to be really weird about it and really antagonistic towards people who don't think that it needs to happen. And we're very threatening towards people who don't like the movie.
I'd be down to watch a 2.5 hour version of this movie.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
I would too. And if we've
It's so
learned
good.
anything, if we're mean enough and we yell enough, we'll get it.
Let's do it.
Send
Hashtag,
enough death threats and anything can happen.
hashtag release the Boyle cut. It's starting.
Tweet that right after we record this. I don't care if this episode comes out in a few weeks.
This episode comes out in August.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kate, we are 9 weeks ahead. That's why
We-
we're taking a break after this episode.
That's
We-
amazing. I admire you all.
we record ahead of time.
We got an episode ahead, and I was like, look at us. Look at us.
Guests
was
are
a
always amazed by
period-
this, but I used
There's
to
a
do
period of time where we did 2 in a row. We would
Yeah.
do 2 in a row every week. And there are some episodes where it's like, oh yeah, that was the second episode that night. Those
Yep.
guys are losing it.
Yeah, if you listen to our whole catalog, you can kind of pick out, okay, so that was clearly recorded at 2 a.m. after a previous episode.
I think Aliens was our most incoherent episode, which also
Oh,
just so happened to have our best dad jokes.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything about that conversation.
Nothing at all. Let's get off the negatives. I feel like we've been on the negatives for a while. Any more positives?
I wrote this in my notes just to single this out, but when they first walk onto the Icarus One, and there's those like single frame images of the crew that flash, incredible.
See, I was watching an illegal version of this movie on my phone, and I was like, wait a minute, do I have a broken part? Do I have a broken copy of this movie? But then I realized, no, that's the crew flashing. I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah, amazing. I love shit like that.
It's really good.
I love shit like that.
Because the first time it spooks you, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
it unsettles you, and that's what this movie does really well. Like from as it goes on, it unsettles you. Like it starts off and this crew's get like, okay, this is what they're doing, great. It's just a scientific mission. They're gonna restart the sun, and then as it goes on, you're like, fuck,
I've had
space
to
is
explain
scary.
this to people. Like I had to explain this. I have had to explain this to people when I try to get friends to watch it. Is that like the movie's really about the discomfort? It's
Mhm.
not about jump scaring you so much. It's not about like it's like this impending like building dread because you're just uncomfortable watching stuff. And I think that that's what helps it succeed. Also, fantastic production design.
Yeah,
Like those sets.
I love it, and we mentioned this on our prospect episode. I love sci-fi that looks practical.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it looks like
Well,
that.
they did most.
No, not
Oh,
even like
sorry.
not even practical in the film, and like I love it when stuff like looks like, yeah, that's what NASA would send to restart the sun,
Oh, yeah.
right?
The
Like
spacesuit is really good.
I love it. It's just gold. It looks like a Big Daddy.
Yeah. Oh my god. It is. Yeah. No, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Down to the tiny slot to see out of.
Yeah, I was like, that's fantastic.
I'm always looking out for like good miniatures. I don't know if there are a lot of miniatures here, but there were a few. Like the sun, like the sun when they have like the layers on the. I
Yeah.
forget exactly what it was, but I was like, oh, that's a miniature. That's a miniature for sure. I love this. I love this moment right now. But not too many more miniatures. I think a lot of the space stuff was CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effects.
They had it. Yeah, they had it built. So they built out the set, and then that was the green screen.
Still good CGI. I mean, still looks
It's
good,
good.
for almost
It
a
looks-
20-year-old movie.
Yeah.
It looks good. The sun looks good.
Yeah.
It
the sun
doesn't
looks
look like Disney
really
tried to rush them through it in 6 months.
They gave them
No.
much more time than 2 days and much more money than $7.
Yes. But I think to that point, the cinematography is also really good. Every shot you can feel like the increasing weight of it. And it's funny because mostly in a lot of films, the darker something gets, like visually, or the bluer it gets, the colder it gets in tone, that is when you should worry. Here, it's the opposite. Like the cool tones are where everything is okay, and then as everything gets brighter and it kind of flips that expectation of building its atmosphere, and it works because when like technically when they went to the Icarus one, outside of like losing their suit, like there really isn't anything there that can hurt them. They got to get out, and it's safe, but it's all cool. It's all blue, and then as things hit the fan in the last act, everything gets brighter, and I think that that is a really small. I don't want to say small, but that is a really good element that I think ties in with the sun at the core.
There's a really great shot when they're in that, I don't know what room they're in. It's like that big cube room with like the cube
Mhm.
floor.
The sunroom.
Yeah, and
The
that's
sunroom.
it's such a great shot because it like there's nothing scary in it. It's just like this room and you know what it is, and like but it's a wide shot, and like the background of the room is so dark, and it's such a perfect it made me so uncomfortable just because it's such a perfect visualization of the vastness of space.
Ooh, speaking of practical effects, Mark Strong's arm coming off,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
melting off, just
As
amazing.
getting degloved.
Just good practical effects. More of that, please. More of that in our modern movies. Come on, folks.
Yes.
Anything else? Anything going once, going twice?
I think the dialogue like genuinely is really good. Like as much science talk as we hear, everything sounds pretty practical. Like just the way that they're communicating, the way they talk to each other, the words they choose with each other, it doesn't feel overly stuffed with extra odds and ends to just make it seem more sci-fi, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's probably just because of cast chemistry too.
And there's a at the beginning after Chris Evans and Cillian Murphy get into their fight and Chris Evans goes to apologize, they have that exchange where he's like, "I'm here to apologize," and he just stands there in silence for 5 seconds, and Cillian Murphy's like, "Was that the apology?" "Yep, accepted." I'm just like, "God, that's like,
Good.
right? It's so good." I'm like, it's such a great, simple way to be like, "Yeah, these are clearly people who have been in a space station together for however many years."
Yep.
Right? Like these are 2 people who've been putting up with one another's shit.
I also
Oh,
really
and then
like.
like
Oh,
oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the very specific shots of looking in the helmets with Hiroyuki and Killian, they're very good. Just the lighting, the sweat. Oh, it's beautiful.
And they're sweaty almost immediately
Yeah.
as soon as they go out. The other thing I was going to mention, maybe this is just a sign of the times, but I was really appreciative that folks were respecting the science. They're like, no, we got to protect the physicist at all costs. This is the guy that we got to keep alive. It was reminding me a lot of reading Annihilation, and you have like you have the biologist that
Oh,
everyone just like doesn't fuck with her, and like there's like
yeah.
everyone's at odds with each other, and I was like, man, this is like the solar opposite of Annihilation. Solar, look what I did. That's my joke.
There it is. You ruined it. You ruined your dad joke.
Damn it, I did it now too. But no, just that respect for no, this is the person that we need right now. Like we're going to do everything we can to keep him alive.
Yeah.
And I love that I love that he's the first one that finds Mark Strong and gets his belly slashed and then gets locked away. Protect Killian. He's a sweet little angel. Protect that man.
I do really like the moment when the Icarus tells him there's 5 people on board.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very uneasy, like an unnerving moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and like just the way he's like, "No, there's 4 of us." He goes, "5 crew aboard." It's a good
Yeah.
little pin drop.
It is.
It
It's
is.
amazing. And I don't think we mentioned her. We might have mentioned her up top, but Chippo Chung as the voice of Icarus, amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because they're arguing, but it feels like the computer has their best interest in mind at all times. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like this is a hey, we should watch out for technology. It's more of a
Yeah.
hey, there's someone here and they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm just a computer. I'm fine either way.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we ready
Alright.
to rate this sucker?
Fucking do it.
All right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna give this a 4.
I gave it a 4.5 on Letterboxd. I'm gonna stick with it. 4.5.
Okay, for me, I love this movie with
All
all my
right.
heart.
Look
It's
at
so
that.
good.
What a great
I rewatch
sequential
it
order.
consistently.
It got me really excited for 28 years later in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Danny. I love Danny Boyle. I love just about everything he does, except for yesterday. But I love just about everything he does.
Yeah, no, he's phenomenal.
And
Yeah.
Garland.
Him
What a
and
fucking year
him.
Garland is having, by the way.
Oh yeah.
The crazy thing is how much there are things I don't like about Alex Garland, but technically, like on a technical level, everything he does is immaculate. Like sound design, set design. I don't always like his script, but like the man knows the ins and outs of something. Like Warfare, as much as I didn't love it, that is I was like shaking in the theater because they had us watch it in IMAX and there's no score and no soundtrack, so you're just listening to people talk and then something explodes and
Oh,
it is the most jarring thing.
I jumped in my seat at that first explosion.
Yeah,
It's a
It
jump
was
scare.
it was so visceral.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, and I wish I had the option here, but yeah, that first explosion gets you, and then you're just kind of on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it just
it
sounds
piques
so
you.
good.
I think
Yeah.
Sounds so
So
amazing.
good.
a lot of people are really weird about Alex Garland, but he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He always
100%.
knows exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to stop sitting on the fence when it comes to Civil War. Let me tell you.
He does.
Get off the fence, Alex. Come on. Get down, young Alex Garland. But no, the man knows how to pick out his people that are gonna help him make his movies sound amazing, because I always come away like, wow, that fucking sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Where are we ranking Sunshine
on the dad meter?
The dad meter out of 100.
I think
So I have a barometer for this. I have a barometer.
I think it depends on your dad on the specific dad's opinion of sci-fi.
I was gonna ask, does the dad like Space Odyssey?
If
Yeah.
the dad, okay, are we doing this on a curve then?
If a dad likes Space Odyssey, I think this is a 90.
Yeah,
My dad likes any Kubrick,
Mhm.
to be honest.
I think if a dad likes any kind of sci-fi, they're gonna fuck with this like a lot.
Okay, no. Okay, real sci-fi. What I say by that is everybody says they love sci-fi, but they love an action movie set in space. They love a horror movie set in space. This does that true sci-fi space is its own character very well, because those sci-fi films or space films are just slow and lonely, and that is very different than like some of the other ones. So because I feel like the pacing of traditional sci-fi films that we get is usually accelerated by whatever genre it's squished with, and I feel like this one just truly lives in the space of it all.
There's your dad joke. We all did it.
We can skip our dad jokes. We all did our dad jokes throughout the episode.
We all did it.
But
Amazing.
I was gonna say, outside of something like thoughtful, there's just a lot of standing and watching going around in this movie. So
Yeah, she's right. She's not wrong.
Yeah.
They're literally standing there watching this. She's right. It's 100. Put it at
Yeah. Okay.
up
100.
there.
100% dad movie.
8. Sold me on it. I'm
Yeah.
sold.
Okay. 100% dad movie. Even if they don't like sci-fi, they're gonna be like, oh, look at that. He's standing watching the sun. I stand and watch my
doesn't
son.
like to just go out on their porch and just stand there and look at everything.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee in the hand, staring at the sun.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't be.
Looking
ruining
around
their
at the
retinas.
neighborhood, taking a nice big sip. Nice day.
Fuck, that was a really good sale, Kate. That was a really good sale.
Yeah. 100% dad movie.
You know what? I was thinking, what would be the perfect double feature to this movie to make you appreciate it more? You ready? What was the Cloverfield paradox? Matt knows. Matt's seen it.
Seen it. I don't
seen
like it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So
yeah.
you watch that first, and then you watch Sunshine, and you don't even. it doesn't. The third act doesn't even phase you at that point. You're like, you know what? At least it's not Cloverfield Paradox.
That movie is so bad.
Oh no.
It killed the Cloverfield universe.
Is that the first and only time they've shadow dropped a movie?
Because that was right after the Super Bowl that year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, because they aired the trailer and then they dropped it.
It's so bad. I love all the other Cloverfield stuff. I loved it so much that when people were speculating that Overwatch, that Wyatt Russell movie, when they were speculating that was a secret Cloverfield movie,
I was
like,
hoping
I have to see this. I have to watch this. It's a good movie either way, but I was like, I
Yeah.
have to watch this.
About Overlord?
Is it Overlord? Did I say Overwatch? I do that all
The
the
one
time.
in the one in World War II?
Yeah, the
World War II, they're
Nazi
like
zombies.
demon Nazis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I love that movie so
should-
much.
we should
It's so
That
good.
movie's so
We should put
good.
that on the wheel. I'm gonna put that on the list.
Kate,
So good.
Kate, we should have you back for Overlord.
I'll do it. I love that movie.
Such a good
So
movie.
Good.
That was a fun one in theaters. I was like one of the
Oh,
only
yeah.
people in there, but it was amazing.
Talk about sound design. Yeah, it was me, my friend, and like one person like behind us. And like that entry scene where they're on the plane and everything, they start getting shot. That so good.
Oh, he's almost 10 years old. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling super old. Let's get to our IMDb goofballs. These are
Yeah.
the people that watch a very good movie and then hop
No.
onto IMDb to
These
complain about it.
aren't the people. We've determined this is just Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes. Actually, we have a sponsor for this segment. This time, Neil deGrasse Tyson presents the IMDb Goofball of the Year,
There you go.
or IMDb Goofball of the episode. I've got mine up. Let me pull. Actually, Kate, you go first. I don't know what you pulled. I don't want to be at all.
Oh, one, I do think all of these are written by the same person because of the parentheses usage in all of them. But mine was early in the movie, the crew sees Mercury transit the sun. Parentheses. Transit means it passes between the sun and the observer.
It's definitely
Close
Neil.
parentheses.
It's definitely Neil.
Mercury is seen crossing the entire orbit of the sun from the observer's point of view. Mercury rotates the sun every 88 Earth days. It was moving extremely fast compared to its orbit around the sun.
And these are all paragraphs. Every one of these is like 10 lines.
Yeah. It's the same. It's Neil. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, Neil. I will go ahead and go next because I know I don't overlap with Matt on any of these. And I've got two to pick from. And I'm going to do, in the interaction with Kappa, Icarus AI that is monitoring and controlling the ship reveals that it is aware of the presence of a fifth unknown person on the ship, consuming scarce resources. Why didn't the ship manufacture a hard code the names and identifications of all authorized crew members to Icarus AI and program her to report to these crew members if any other unknown person is located on the ship? And he wrote this, and it's a he. It's always a guy that's doing this. Unknown person is a like. There's always a typo. It's like you're nitpicking the fucking movie, but you're not nitpicking your fucking writing.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't have
get the
time
fuck
because
outta
he doesn't have time. He's writing all of these. He's got 1,000 more movies to go.
So I'll fix it in post.
Okay, I have two here, and I'm going to read both of these.
No, Neil, no.
I have to read both of these just for the fact of what the second one is actually correcting. But my first one here is, in the final section of the movie, the characters are walking around on different sides of the massive cube of uranium. Due to the gravity pull caused by the fissile material, the characters are depicted standing perpendicular to the surface. This is incorrect near the edges of the cube where the gravity vector would point towards the center of the cube. I don't care. Nobody cares.
It all went over my head. I was like, what?
No, nobody cares, Neil. Nobody cares.
Neil, go home.
You know what we care about? It looks cool.
Yes.
All right. And I have to read this one just for the sheer audacity that they're writing an IMDb goof, not for the movie, for the DVD commentary. In his DVD commentary, director Danny Boyle says the original idea for Icarus 1 was to be on its side like the Zeebrugge. In fact, he's referring to the Herald of Free Enterprise, the British ferry that capsized on March 6, 1987, while leaving the Belgian port of Zeebrugge. 193 passengers and crew were killed. Why are you correcting the director's DVD commentary in the IMDb goof section, Neil? Who cares? It's not even about the movie.
Wild.
That's a very niche complaint.
It's not even about the movie. You're submitting a goof. Email Danny Boyle.
And the man may have just misspoken. But he knew what he was talking about.
You know what? This is why we don't get director commentary anymore.
I'm
Because they would get
because we get these people. God, see, and that's a shame because the world deserves. I think the world deserves. Forget about director commentary. The world deserves every movie to have a commentary track from Arnold Schwarzenegger. But we won't get
the
that.
sun was really hot in this one.
And look at this. He punches the guy. Ow.
That's what.
I use
That
him
one
as
guy, not the good captain.
look in the sun. He goes poof.
Well, now now you have to do a whole. You have to do a
Oh
whole
my
movie as Arnold
God.
now.
It's
You
like
have to do a
wow.
whole movie as Arnold.
And look at the sun. He falls into. It's like wow. He goes poof. It's so hot.
Turn Hispanic at the end of that.
We didn't say Matt's impersonation of Arnold was a good one.
That's true.
Amazing. I just liked the subtle deterioration of it over the times he did it.
Just like the sun.
Just like the sun.
We spin the wheel
should
now.
Yeah, no dad jokes because we did them.
We did the dad jokes. We don't need to do the survey because Kate's done it before. There's only one new question. Kate, what's your favorite sandwich?
Is that the only new question?
Pretty sure it's the only new question we've added to the survey.
A bacon chicken club.
When I worked at Steak and Shake, I used to make a mean club like that.
Okay. Oh no, there's a couple more new questions.
Oh God.
I'll ask you the new questions.
Okay.
And this will just add on to your previous questionnaire score. So the listeners will just have to go back, listen to that, delete
The
all the
Hitman episode.
Yeah, go back, listen to the Hitman episode, listen to her questionnaire, just disregard any questions that I've removed, and now take into account these new questions. And then rethink what dad score you're going to give her. And then of course, feel free to tell her. All right, I think okay. This is a new question. How many works of Taylor Sheridan have you seen?
Oh no. Kate, no.
All of them.
Oh. Ooh.
Kate,
He's
no.
a Texan. The lioness is good. It sucks. Like, it shouldn't be good. It is so overt. I've never seen something that is so propaganda where a woman literally runs away from an abusive boyfriend and falls into a Marine office and then becomes a Marine and then excels because of stripper strength, because that happens. It's bad shit and it works.
I think you just sold me on this show.
Pressing play. I kept telling my husband, I was like, this is horrible. This is so stereotypical. He's like, you're on episode 5. Why are you still watching? And I was like, I don't know. And then I watched Yellowstone. And then I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I watched the other ones.
So wait, someone once called Tyler Perry. Someone once called him Tyler Perry for Midwesterners, but I think he's Tyler Perry for Texans.
I call him Shonda Rhimes for old white dads.
Genuinely, he's just Southern Tyler Perry for because I wouldn't even put race on it. One of my really good friends who's a Black woman loves his stuff, but she's also a native Texan.
He's from so he's Tyler Perry for Texas,
especially Lioness. I love it. I love this stuff. Yeah, he's also an alum. He's also an alum to my husband's college. So there's that.
I'm afraid I would love his stuff because I liked Sons of Anarchy, and I know Yellowstone is just Sons of Anarchy but with land.
I mean,
so that's why I'm steering away.
The movies.
The only thing I think is funny. The only thing that is funny, knowing that Sheridan is a native Texan, is how he describes San Antonio and Landman. It's so dumb. He's like, it's so beautiful. There's a river running through it. It's like, no, that's where tortas fall in during fiesta and need to go get disinfected.
No,
I have to.
Taylor Sheridan says it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I have to respect Taylor Sheridan's grift of being like to Paramount, give me money for this show. And we'll film it it takes place on a ranch, and we'll film it on my ranch, and then you'll give me the money for letting you film on my ranch.
He's his own downline.
Yeah.
He's a pyramid scheme. He's his own upline and downline.
Good for him.
So the only things I haven't seen, actually looking at this list, it is easier for me to tell you what I have not watched of Taylor Sheridan than what I have, is I never watched NCIS Los Angeles. I don't want to watch Tulsa King because Sly's face is annoying to me. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched CSI New York
Eh.
or like his weird beat movies. But yeah, I've watched a lot. I
I'm
could be a white
surprised.
Texan dad.
Yeah,
Well, we don't have video, so people just have to assume you're a white Texan dad now.
Yeah.
Look, when you run a site and you have to review things and you realize that some things get a lot of traction, you end up doing that. And then you realize, oh, the show is done. Why did I just watch all of this? And then you just watch the next one, even though they're all canceled and you can't cover it.
8, this is a slippery slope. You say that you're going to be
It
covering
is.
you're going to be covering Roblox in a week.
I don't hate myself that much.
Okay, what's another? Oh, this one's. I believe this one's a new question. Do you let others touch the thermostat?
No. I
Fair.
set it for my phone. Nobody else has control. My husband literally cannot touch it.
Ooh.
Can I have your phone? Nope. Nope. Thermostat's on my phone. You can't have it.
The funny thing is because it's the opposite reason that a dad does it, because a dad does it because they don't want it to go lower. And if I didn't control it, my husband would have it set at 80 nonstop. And I don't want to live like that.
Disgusting.
It's expensive for like electricity in Texas.
80. I just, no.
Yeah. So I just tell him that he will never listen to this because he doesn't listen to podcasts despite being on one.
Well, he
But
should
I
listen to
tell
this
him that
one.
it's set at 80. I tell him that it's set on an 80 for most of the day, but it's really set to 78. Because I know he checks it in the morning, so I have it set to go to 78 when he's done, and my life is easy.
You're gonna find out he secretly listens to podcasts you guest on, and he's gonna confront you now.
He knows all of this. He's nodding his head at all the Taylor Sheridan talk from the last question. He's like, "Yep, she's seen it all."
You're gonna forget this because it airs in 6 weeks, and then he's just gonna be like, "What's this about you setting the thermostat?" All right, final new.
That's gonna be a jump scare.
Final new question: who is the best Jack, Bauer, Reacher, or Ryan?
Reacher.
He's big. He's a big dude.
Big man solves
Very big dude.
solves problems with his largeness.
He does. He's also like as ACAB as you can be in a show where they won't let you say that.
Yeah, I remember he threw a hissy fit in season in I think it was season 2. No, it was season 3. They were like, let's go to the ATF, and he threw a hissy fit.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they're just gonna fuck it up, and they did.
I need to watch this show.
There's also like this part where they're like, but Reacher, don't you want justice? And he just turns and he's like, I don't want justice. I want vengeance. That's the difference. So then he like walks out to go murder somebody. I'm like,
Good for
I
him.
need to watch this. I need to watch this movie or this show. I need to watch
so
this.
Oh,
good.
Nick, you have
It's
to.
really good.
It's really good, and they do a season a year like television should be.
Just like Only Murders the Bear. Yeah, there's a handful of shows that have been like constantly like, hey, it's been a year, we're back.
Yeah,
I need one more of those because I do feel it when I get to a point where one of those shows isn't on, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing
Watch Reacher.
yeah, amazing show.
It's
Reacher and
so
Rick and
good.
Morty. Those are my new shows now. We're watching them.
All right, I'm gonna spin this wheel. I'm gonna pull this wheel up so everybody can look at the beautiful wheel. We got 18 movies left on this wheel.
Spin that wheel.
We're already blazing.
19 if
through
you
it.
include the double feature.
That's true. 18 episodes. Let's pull this up.
Oh boy,
Look at this beautiful wheel of movies.
I
One of
kind
the.
of want Kick-Ass.
You want Kick-Ass? Now, bear in
I want
mind,
Kick-Ass.
this
Or Hot Fuzz.
bear in mind, to the listeners, only a week will pass. To us, we'll have a month to watch this movie.
Gonna be the greatest discussion. We're gonna have the greatest movie discussion because we're gonna have a month to
To
prepare
prep.
for it.
I'm gonna forget what movie we're gonna have to watch. I'm gonna watch it the day before. We're like, what movie were we supposed
Oh,
to do? It's been
Jesus.
so long.
You were the worst.
Are you gonna?
I say that as the guy that watched the movie on the Stairmaster today. On my phone.
As Danny Boyle intended.
Yep. Spin it.
It's come back to us. The double feature has come back to us.
Conversation.
We were supposed to
All
do
right.
it. We were supposed to do it this week. We got our Gene Hackman double feature.
The ghost of Gene was displeased.
The
The ghost of
conversation.
Gene was like, the double feature must be watched.
Yeah. The conversation and Enemy of the State.
Is Enemy of the State the one with Will Smith?
Yes.
Yes. I don't think I've ever seen The Conversation.
Me neither.
Well, we have to appease the ghost of Gene.
We have
R.I.P.
to. R.I.P.
We don't need anything haunting us going into the rest of the wheel, the rest of Granddaughter of Wheel. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's get this double feature out of the way,
Yeah.
and we'll be better for it.
Well, we had 2 Hackman movies on the first wheel.
Yeah, but
You all not have
We had no.
a Harrison Ford double feature?
I mean, we could in the future.
I'm just saying.
There's no limit to the kinds of double features we can have.
Clear and Present Danger with Patriot Games is a good double feature.
Oh, a Jack Ryan double feature.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, I remember.
Jack Ryan double feature.
When I did watch those the first time. I did watch them back to back.
They're good. We after we saw Final Reckoning, we were just like, let's go watch some things. And then The Fugitive popped up, and then we just watched Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger. What's the other one? Air Force One.
Air Force One is
that,
good.
That specific genre of Harrison Ford.
I've got them written down. They are written down for future wheel. We don't know what we're gonna call the fourth wheel, but
this wheel
will be in the running.
This wheel is Granddaughter of Wheel. Fourth wheel can be Great Granddaughter of Wheel.
I think we call it maybe it's maybe great granddaughter doesn't continue the bloodline and it becomes second cousin removed of Wheel. We have to play around with it. We'll have to workshop it.
Nepo baby of Wheel.
Nepo baby of Wheel. We'll have to workshop it. Kate's got a heart out. We need to get the plugs in and get out of here.
Which one of these wheels will be independent media?
Independent media wheel.
Nepo independent media wheel.
Independent media wheel with no bylines. But no, Kate,
yes.
where can folks when they're not listening to the show, whenever you're here, where can they keep up with you on the internet?
You can find me being annoying on Blue Sky at OMMithrandier, and you can read all of my film takes over on butwhythough.net, where we cover TV, film, video games, and more. Yeah, that's me.
I don't think it was you, but I read I forget who did the list, but it was the worst to best list of the Disney live actions.
Oh yeah.
And I was just loving how negative how some of them were just nope, don't do it. Get out of here.
I haven't seen this list.
Title that we published it with?
No, I think I read it the day after I saw Lilo and Stitch.
So the first title that it published with was an affront to film kind, ranking all the Disney movie live actions. And I was like, oh my God, I enjoy the spirit, but we need to at least soften the headline because we work with these people. And then I think I changed it to every Disney live action ranked from horrible to meh, which is slightly better.
It's still got some teeth to it. But yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You gotta you're independent. You need this. You need the accent. But you still got the teeth, as opposed to other sites that are hey, here's where you can get this cute Lilo plushie if you use our code.
Yes.
And here's what we thought of the movie.
Oh, and then I just had a writer write a late and angry obituary for the Wheel of Time, where she just goes in on the cancellation of the show. And the last part of it is just how did you kill this but let Rings of Power survive? And I'm just oh.
It's a good thought. It's a good thought. It's a good question. And I love your guys' comic coverage. I think I don't know how many comic writers you have over there, but
it's just Will.
It's just Will. Will's reviews are great. I love Will's reviews.
Yeah, we started off as a comic site and kind of morphed out after that. But it was one of those we're gonna shutter comics, and he was like, no, I want to do it.
No, leave it.
So he covers them all. He does really good picks. Yeah, he's great.
If folks want to support independent media, that isn't us, because we're also independent media. Where can they throw? We're independent from OCP after years of working with them. But if they're looking for your independent media that's really good, where can they throw the money at?
You can go to butwhythough.net/support. and you'll find us there.
Cool. Go support everything they're doing over about Why Though, because it's the stuff that people complain about not seeing on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
Just in a different place. Just go. Get
Just
the
do
fuck
it.
over there.
Just do it.
Every time I see, but where is this? I'm like, have you looked? Have you tried another site that isn't X?
You guys had a
No?
really
Okay.
great list of things to like look at after seeing Sinners.
Oh yeah. No, that was a good list.
That was a good list of stuff, and I'm just like, why aren't any of the other websites doing this kind of thing?
That was
They're just
that was a-
telling you to go read George R.
Yeah.
R. Martin instead.
Right?
I
Like,
was gonna ask if that was a response to that Polygon piece.
It was. Yeah, it was funny because my writer had been like, oh, I'll see if I can come up with a piece for Sinners. I was like, okay, cool. And then I sent her the Polygon thing and she was like, this is stupid. And I was like, yes. And so then she went and wrote a really good list about things to watch, play, and read after Sinners. Like, it's
Yeah.
pretty comprehensive.
it's a great list, much better than Nick's list that he wrote for our website.
My list was really good. Sure, George R. Martin was also on my list.
He was
But-
number one.
But to be fair, I'm satirical.
But yes, go support what they do there. Support independent media. We're also independent media. If you haven't heard, we just left our corporate overlords at Omni Consumer Products. You can support us now.
Sick fucks. We can't tell the stories. We had to sign NDAs, but maybe one day when I write my tell-all book.
Yeah, so you can support us. Follow us over on the Blue Sky at Stand and Watch. Support us on Coffee. Buy us a coffee, or I think it's no, don't buy us a coffee. Buy us a
Buy.
DVD. I think I said it is buy us a DVD.
Good. It's
Yeah,
good.
we currently have a goal there. We're trying to raise money to buy a Nice Guys 4K Blu-ray. $0 raised.
$60, right? $60,
something
right?
like that. Yeah, we got to buy at least one.
Jesus.
But
Neat.
yeah, you can do that. You can follow me and Nick. You got to work for that information. We're not just going to tell you. It's there.
It's on the link tree. Just click around.
It's easy to
around.
find. It's easy to find. Don't expect us to just hand you everything. Okay. Leave a review. It helps. I'm not going to tell you what kind of review. Just leave any, whatever. A lot of podcasts will say, leave us a 5-star review. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just, review.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. Leave a review. It helps us. We need the algorithm. But also screw the algorithm. Tell your family. Tell your friends. But whatever you do, don't tell your mother.